Alrighty. Hey there, guys. It's Silver, your host. And sorry about the slight 10-minute delay of getting started. Yeah, the PC version on GOG would not work. So I had to set up the PS2 version at the last minute, which took me a little bit longer than I would like. OBS would just not capture it. So I'm running the PS2 version with a slightly upscaled resolution. Good morning, Milton. Can I be called Mad Milton now? Hello, Jacob. Hey, Leo. Hey, Samuel. Let's go. We're playing on easy. I'm not very good at Silent Hill. This is non-negotiable. You are not getting a second opinion, phoning a friend, or asking the audience. I am not very good. It was 2 years ago that Henry Townshend moved into 302 of South Ashfield Heights, an apartment building in the medium-sized city of Ashfield. Henry was happy and enjoying his new life. You can laugh as much as you like, Jay. I'm terrible at Silent Hill. But 5 days ago, something strange happened. He had a recurring nightmare, and he couldn't leave room 302. Hello, Mango. Yeah, you can say as much as you like here. I am dreadful at Silent Hill, and I will be playing these on easy. It's not going to be like Resident Evil where we're playing them on professional. It's not happening. Yeah, we would have been playing the... Do you mind not screaming when I'm talking to my audience, you Goomba? Hello. Yeah. We would have been playing the far nicer, sleeker freaking PC port. But it just does not work. It just... No matter what settings I put it on, OBS does not want to pick it up on full screen mode. That seems to be a problem with a lot of older games on GOG. Silent Hill Homecoming and Origins. You're going to treat us to your Novi voice when he makes an appearance? I might do. He'd better turn up. What's with this room? Don't ask me. Hey, Leo. I have a recurring nightmare where I'm strangled by Gollum. Are you absolutely certain that this is not a secret kink, Leo? Are you absolutely certain he isn't running a hand through your hair and calling you his precious as it is happening? Almost his bedtime. F no. Yep. Leo is not into Gollum. This is official. We know who is into Gollum though. Jacob. Jacob likes a bit of Gollum. Gollum crawls into his abode on an evening. Gollum crawls into Jacob's abode in an evening, strokes his hair, calls him his precious, and then hands him a can of Victoria Bitter. That's how most of Jacob's days end and begin, with Gollum. He's strangling you because he thinks you stole his thing, the precious. I will have to go for a water break in about 15 minutes, because, Right. Okay. Apparently it's covered in blood and rust. Shall Leomon set a timer? Perhaps. I'll go at about 9 o'clock. I'll tell you, dudes, today is shot by. You ever had one of those days where it just flies by it near like the snap of your fingers? That has been mine today. Woke up, wrote some agendas and papers for my secretary job. Freaking had a quick lunch break, phoned in my meds at the doctor's office, came back up, finished my paperwork, and got done sending some emails and correspondences, and boom, it was 4:30 already. And I'm like, Where have the last 6 hours gone? Where did the last 6 hours go? Yeah, yesterday did that. I hate it when it does it. Creepy. It looks like a face. Okay. Then again, I don't imagine you guys have a problem with me playing the PS2 version. Milton act like the entirety of his secretary job isn't just bringing cups of tea and giving foot rubs. My man, you try carrying a cup of tea on crutches. You try kneeling down on crutches. And get back to me. Right, while this lovely ghost is crawling through the wall, I'm going to go and get my water. You guys have fun. Don't go anywhere. Say hello to Mr. Ghost. He's having a rough night. He's having a rough night.
What a dream.
Right, back. I thought you didn't like ghosts. No, I'm absolutely terrified of them. I can deal with zombies, but I do not like ghosts and the supernatural. So this is gonna put the fear of God into me. You know, I really need to buy myself a new crucifix if I'm gonna... The GOG version ain't working properly. Nah, OBS just won't capture it on full screen. It just will not capture it on full screen, no matter what I do. I've tried it on both my different full screen capturing configurations. It's not working. And this game does not have a setting to run in window mode. Unless I actually go into the INI files or text document configuration files, if it's got any, and try and run it that way on windowed. It's not doing it.
Hello?
Help me.
Henry's the most emotive character in the world. Hello?
The cord's cut.
This dude's about as emotive as a sausage roll. Then again, I reckon a sausage roll is probably more emotive. I heard something before you just before. I don't think it was anything bad. Don't be a Jacob, Jacob. Right. So, let's get into this, eh? See if I, end up regretting my decision. 4 is always the most divisive number in the franchise. It doesn't apply to Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is bloody excellent. Okay. So I'm not sure what we'll be streaming tomorrow, guys. I have no idea what we'll be streaming tomorrow. 4 is an unlucky number in some cultures. Is it really? Can you give me a couple of examples of those cultures? Because I'm legit curious on that one, dude. Photo of me as a kid and when I graduated from high school. Don't do that, Jacob. Japan for one. Why so many ads? We've only been streaming for like 10 minutes. I think it's some Chinese buildings they skip the number 4 in building lifts. Okay. Japan doesn't like 4 associated with death. Suki has confirmed. Oh, okay, Japan doesn't like 4 either. Japan and China. Hey, Suki. You alright? You don't have any except for the phone. Okay. My door is chained up, the windows are sealed shut. Someone chained the door from the inside. How am I going to get out of here? Don't go out, Walter.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Playing Good Pizza, Great Pizza on the Switch OLED. Yes, it's Eileen! We need her on screen. Come on, Eileen. We need you on screen.
Man. Hope my luck changes before the party.
Is nobody else alarmed by the bloody handprints on the corridor wall? Walter. Yes? Yes. You have me on the TV? Good man, good man. My shoes, I don't need to change them right now. What's this? Suki told me she saw a random old lady hanging around under your bedroom window, just staring. Mom, why don't you wake up? She's too busy drinking. That's why my mum no wake up. Too busy drinking. Mother Silver is on the couch, watching soap operas, drinking. She's probably still doing it to this day. Living on her houseboat, sitting on the couch, drinking. It's what she does. There's chocolate milk here. Take the chocolate milk. Yeah, I'll take the chocolate milk. Chocolate flavored milk, very sweet. It was in the refrigerator at home. Now that's an important quest item. Do not leave it. I don't really feel like cooking right now. Wait, does this game take place in Britain, or is the use of mum just a localization thing? This is back when they used to like dedicatedly locate translate the the British version of games with the U instead of just giving us the American version and saying have that. Like, the British English version and American English versions of old Final Fantasy games are different because we used to genuinely get our own individual translations. Is the jockey milk to placate the zombies? I bloody hope it is. Like PAL versus NTSC. You got it. You're on the money, Mango. Let me drop a save anyway, before we start. Give it. Oh, this isn't in this. Silent Hill 4 isn't actually set in Silent Hill. It's set in Ashfield, a fictional town in the Silent Hill world. Cynthia? Hello, Cynthia. Yeah, and if the name is the same between versions, then that sounds American. Oh, because Silent Hill, on the other hand, is real. Did they say it's Silent Hill? It's Quiet Mound. You know, congratulations, Mango. That sounds like something Jacob would actually say. And I imagine he's willing to corroborate that as well. Like, that was definitely a Jacob sort of thing to say. And I respect it. Right. Something just happened. Okay. What was that? Probably nothing good. Also, do not expect me to get very far in this. Looks like a scrap from some book. I'm super serious. Sometimes the laziest answer is the right one. Leo's razor. Man, this thing looks like it was written ages ago. Through the ritual of the Holy Assumption, he built a world. It exists in a space separate from the world of our Lord. More accurately, it is within, yet without the Lord's world. This is a one-off? Not necessarily. I mean, we're streaming today and tomorrow. Dude, aren't you awesome at 4, though? Am I special in the head? WTF. Dude, 4's the only one I've really played. I played a bit of 1, and I'm just like, wow, this is clunky and the draw distance is really not good. And then I played a bit of 2, got about 4 hours in, and was like, I'm enjoying this, but not as much as I would Resident Evil. And then I played 4, and I'm like, okay, apart from the terrifying subway station ghosts, this is alright. Unlike the world of our Lord, it is a world in extreme flux. Unexpected doors or walls, moving floors, odd creatures, a world only he can control. Yes, tell me about the cat shenanigans. Luna is a good girl today as well. Anyone swallowed up in that world will live there for eternity, undying. They will haunt that realm as a spirit. How can our Lord forgive such an abomination? This part of the book is too damaged to read. It is important to travel lightly in that world. He who carries too heavy a burden will regret it. Also, I am considering playing No, I'm Not Human. That indie game about visitors coming into your house that aren't obviously human. And having to survive as the sun gradually implodes and the end of the world comes around. Very eager to play that. That title is terrifying. What, have you actually... Would you just mean the title itself or the actual game? Are you being sarcastic, Jacob, or are you actually serious? Oh, it's got a very eerie vibes to it. It's got very eerie, dystopian, sort of like post-Soviet vibes to it as well. Because I'm sure it's either made by a Russian or Ukrainian game dev. I mean, bloody hell! It's got Eastern European bloc country written all over it in terms of its aesthetics. I don't like Uncanny Valley shit. You and me both.
What the hell?
I'd respond a bit more enthusiastically to a pipe in you all. Mama Leon brought some new toys for the Muse and let the kittens play with them first. Baby Teddy broke one of them. How excited did he get? No, I'm not. I'm gonna Google No, I'm Not Human. And, see what it comes up with for the game dev. No, I'm... Apparently it's got like 20 endings as well. Right. Here we go. No, I'm Not Human. Welcome to Romania, comrade. Here there be vampires. Yes, they are our vampires. No, I'm Not Human is a first-person survival horror game developed by Trioscas and published by Critical Reflex. The game revolves around the sun's increasing temperature and guests who need shelter from the burning sun. Guests can be human or visitors who crawl out from underground with unclear intentions. The first version was published in the Violent Horror Stories on Steam on August 7th, 2024, and a second more polished demo was released separately on June 8th, 2025. Full game's out now. Probably gonna play that. We are probably going to play that. I think the full game is definitely out now. Yeah, I was right. No, I'm Not a Human could possibly be set in Sebez, Russia, as the village closely resembles one of the shots in the intro. The view shown is Zamkovia Gora. In reality, no tall buildings are visible from there, but in the game, Khrushchev-era apartment blocks appear in the background. Yeah, we may check that out. Right. Here we go. Yeah, I think it was either a Russian or Ukrainian dev. Steel pipe weapon. 3-foot-long sewer pipe. Not very powerful, but fairly easy to use. Wish I had a 3-foot-long pipe, chat. I'm gonna enter the hole with my 3-foot pipe. Here we go. I can't look at this. The flashing hurts my eyes. No, this needs a seizure warning on it. Yeah, this needs a seizure warning on it. Right. Cool. Yeah. That needs a seizure warning on it. Bloody hell. Anybody who's epileptic is not going to have a good day with that. I have not seen Pumpkinhead, no. Even though I'm not epileptic, flashing lights still make my head feel funny. And I've been tested for photosensitive epilepsy as well. Still makes my head feel funny. Can you imagine just waking up and you're going down an escalator? An escalator to nowhere.
What the hell?
But yeah, we might definitely play No, I'm Not Human. That could be tomorrow's game, depending on how far we get with this. I grew up hearing that phrase whenever epilepsy was mentioned. Does that mean there are several kinds of epilepsy? There's photosensitive that's caused by flashing lights. I know that much. My ex-girlfriend was epileptic due to a brain injury. So, well, not a brain injury. She had a blood clot in her brain that actually caused her to have seizures when she was little. Thankfully, when me and her were seeing each other, she was much older at the time. She was obviously in her teens, and frickin' it had abated somewhat.
Who are you?
Hello, Cynthia.
What's your name?
Henry. And you?
This is my dream, and you don't even know my name. It's Cynthia.
Your dream.
That's right. This is just a dream. And a really terrible one, too.
Our main character's about as emotive as a wet mop.
So you think this is a dream, huh?
Well, if it's not a dream, what is it? Anyway, I want to get out of here, but I can't find the exit.
There are more than a dozen kinds of epilepsy.
Will you help me find it? I'm kind of scared all alone. I'll do a special favor for you later.
She-a-ho, Henry, don't touch it.
It's just a dream, so I might as well have some fun.
She-a-ho, Henry, don't touch it. Don't join Clap Seekers International. The way she's wiggling those hips, that ass is dangerous. Don't touch it. Tap that ish, Henry. Get it, son. Why do I feel like Jacob's motto is the skankier the better? Silver, have you seen Art the Clown and the Terrifier movies? No. Yeah, I was tested for several different types of, what you call it? Epilepsy. When, I was having my, my problems with my arm. When I was having a lot of those sensory overload issues, about 5 years ago during my master's degree. And, yeah. So, yeah, I don't have epilepsy, thank God. After all, about maybe 3 or 4 different kinds of epilepsy I was tested for, and I don't have any of them. Did you know that in situations of extreme stress, your brain can actually go into a state of freaking overtax, where it can't keep processing all of the information at once? So, in order to keep processing and handling the stressful situation, it can actually temporarily disable parts of your body
Wait a minute.
to basically cover the influx of information.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Depends on how much progress we make tomorrow, Jared. If there's a lot of you in, we'll stream some more tomorrow. Yeah, that's a distance seizure, I think. Is that what it's called? So that's what happens when you use 100% of your brain. I don't know. I'll explain the situation I was having. A few of the regulars already know, but I'll explain what I was having when I was under a lot of stress during my master's degree. We're gonna have some shitter kitties to deal with. They came out of the toilet, therefore shitter kitties. Toilet leopards is also acceptable. Or bog cats. That's also acceptable, Jacob. There we go. One down. Is it dead? There, I think it's dead now. Yeah, it's dead. I think it's dead. Crap cats. Oh dear. Yes, there are many options. But yeah, basically what was happening during my master's degree, I was under a lot of stress. I was doing it full time, which was basically 4 days a week of lectures, and usually 10 till 4, and a day a week of reading and self-study. This alternated and changed. We also had revision for formal examinations as well, because our first semester had a series of written exams we had to take on international business theory and marketing. There was a lot of marketing in that master's degree. Thank you, Leo Clangakins. So yeah, I was basically under a huge amount of stress doing a master's degree full time, and I started, after a while, getting this issue where I would snap out of focus, like my head would just disengage from whatever I was doing. It would snap out of focus. I couldn't concentrate on anything. It would become hard to breathe. And then I would completely lose the sensation in my right arm. It would just go numb for a period of about 30 seconds to a minute. Like, it would literally lose the sensation. Like, I could poke my skin and it would feel almost entirely numb, or like pins and needles at best in the whole arm. Like, the sensation was just gone and I couldn't lift it. And then I'd kind of get this, like, hot feeling down one side of my face almost, ever so slightly around my cheek. And this went on for several months, and I never told any family members about it. Never told any family members about it. And this probably went on, I want to say, for about... It first started in the October, and it happened a few times in the October of, like, 2019. But I completely ignored it. Didn't want to bother my family. Didn't want to bother my old man with it. That kind of thing. And it kind of went away a bit towards the end of the year. And then it came back kind of full force in the January, February. And it was very consistent. It was happening a lot over the period of like a month. And there was... POV, you're in a toilet stall trying to take a dump and Milton is the one in the one next to you telling you this. Correct. Yes. So basically this was happening a lot. I was having more consistent episodes of it. Couldn't breathe. Completely losing the sensation in my arm. Pins and needles. And I had a really, really bad episode of it in the university library while trying to freaking do an essay. And it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't go away. It went on for more than a minute. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't focus. I couldn't concentrate on anything. Had no sensation in my right arm, as I was explaining to you then. And it wouldn't give. It wouldn't give whatever it was. So I said to my friend Sita at the time, she's like, are you okay? And are you alright? You don't look good. And I said, I can't breathe. I think you need to get me some help. I can't breathe. I can't feel my arm, anything. It's just... I think I need help. So she called the library staff. The symptoms weren't abating. They then called an ambulance and got the paramedics in, who kind of helped me up, walked me into a quiet area, and then took my blood pressure. By that point, the symptoms were starting to subside a bit. And... can we make it any further this way? They checked my blood pressure and they were like, yeah, your blood pressure is very elevated for somebody of your age. Now, that sounds like something you'd see in a horror game. Yep. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It really does. My blood pressure was like 155 over 100. They took me to accident and emergency, where the university promptly called my father. Keep in mind, I was freaking... Keep in mind, I was freaking, you know, doing my master's degree in Hull at the time and commuting because my options for a good university for my master's were Hull and Leeds. And I'll be honest, I went to Hull because it was where I did a year of my college course when I was still in my teens, and basically where I met Ace. So I know both Hull and Leeds very well, as you're aware, so I decided to go there for my degree, and it was an excuse to just spend more time, like, with Ace and stuff between his work. I could, like, you know, dip out of classes, go and, like, freaking meet up with him for dinner after, like, classes, see him between work, that kind of thing. So, the university rang my old man, explained what had gone on, and then my old man proceeded to drive what must have been freaking, I'm trying to clock the rough distance here, about, I want to say 30, 40 miles from where we live to up to the freaking university, or up to the hospital there. And he was like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm just like, because I didn't want to bother you. I'm enough of a medical nightmare as it is. I don't want to bother you. So naturally, he was very, very concerned and upset. I think we need to leave the map and come back again, don't we? That's what we need to do. And then after that, they took me in for a series of tests. I had to, basically... Give me a second. Right. Yeah, I think we have to leave. We go back through the hole in the wall. Yep. I was booked in for a series of tests. I had epilepsy screenings. They found nothing in the way of epilepsy. Jacob! Dull indeed. Dull. I take it you've done some Google searching of Hull. Since finding this channel, Mango.
What? Another dream.
It's not the most amazing of places, I will admit. But considering my choices of nearby frickin'
inside that woman's
city, our frickin', you know, Hull, Leeds, Doncaster.
That's just stupid. What am I thinking?
Yeah, my options are a bit limited, and I'm not commuting further down south or anything. So, I wasn't at the time. Its name is Hull. The jokes make themselves. Yep, I suppose they do. It's one of those cities that had a boom and then sort of started crumbling since. The river I used to actually be used for things. No, dude, it's been a city in decline since its biggest industry sort of went away in the 80s. Sounds like a lot in the north, to be honest. No, Mango, it really is. There's a lot of deprivation in the north. There is a lot of deprivation in the north. It's sadly just how it is. A lot of the north were industrial and, you know, industrial or freaking skill-based. Hull and freaking Grimsby were fishing ports. Freaking Sheffield was a steel town. It had a huge steel mill. That's gone away, so Sheffield doesn't have a lot. Let's straighten the table. Donny's alright. No complaints with Donnie. Donnie's fine. Like, don't get me wrong. There's definitely... You still have... Grimsby, who comes up with these town names? Oh, I take it you're never gonna study up north when it comes to your frickin' university education if you go down that route, are you? I wouldn't blame you, to be honest. I wouldn't blame you. Like, I get it. I do. We have a gun. This may be helpful to us. Heck nah, I'm going to Canada. Ah, you're gonna study abroad, are you? Nice. Nothing wrong with that. I actually wanted to study abroad. But it's just the cost. When my old man got divorced, he no longer had the frickin' money to pay for my university education like he like he initially planned. So that changed a bit. Things for us a bit. Like, you know, always said to me when I was a kid that, you know, you won't have to pay for uni. I was paid to put you through uni. It doesn't matter to me. And, yeah. Realistically, I'm staying in the UK. I'm just a weeb for Canada. No, I understand. I want to go to Canada. I do actually want to go to Canada. Didn't you say your old man was an electrician, but a specialist? Yeah, he was a marine electrician, meaning he basically specialized in the complex electrics of basically ships, cruise ferries, that kind of thing, yachts. He worked for a private company. Which broad did you want to study, Silver, Shirley, or Barty? I see what you did there. It'd have been paid bank. Yeah, he worked for P&O Ferries. He worked for P&O, you know, the cruise company. He was an officer on one of their ships. Actually, he was the chief electrical officer on one of their ships. My dad was a toolmaker. My mum was a nurse. Yeah. So, was that a Keir Starmer reference by any chance? Yeah, he worked for a well-known marine electrician's outfit, and was basically he was subcontracted out to private companies and individuals. So it was basically like he was basically he had a foreman's position. He ran the team, and when people contacted his company, he'd be sent out with his team, and they'd basically do like I said, a lot of the complex electrics on ships, wiring, lights, alarms, security systems, CCTV, that kind of thing. They'd cover it all. My dad is still, even though he's retired now, he's hot shit when it comes to electrics, man. He's hot shit when he comes to electrics. People were trying to get him out of retirement when he retired a couple of years ago because just not many people are trained with his skill set anymore. Your mother was a hamster and your father smelled of elderberries. So yeah, he worked for a private company and was subcontracted. He worked for P&O. He worked for several shipping outfits. He worked abroad a lot in Europe, Germany, the Mediterranean, that kind of thing. He was subcontracted out to a couple of, I believe, one of them was a private yacht owner. He was and also before I was born, he got South African citizenship and worked in South Africa for about, God, I want to say nearly a year. For a mining outfit in South Africa. But he basically came home a year in and just decided, you know what, I'm not going back. And then his citizenship lapsed. He's got some dad law. Bloody hell, he's been everywhere, yeah. Europe. All over Western Europe, Greece, the Mediterranean. Freaking, yeah, he's been all over the place. You should see the man's resume. When he changed companies after the divorce, I had to type up the man's resume. Like, oh my god. His job experience was 7.5 freaking pages. His job experience alone was 7.5 pages of subcontracting and companies and skill sets and training. It's unreal, man. His main job was that a guy like me could only dream at that. Oh, like I said, infinite respect for my old man. Infinite respect for my old man. Legit. I will be completely honest with you guys. I occasionally still to this day fall into that trap of hitting leopards with a pipe. Hang on. They need hitting with pipes. Yeah. Occasionally fall into the trap of hitting leopard with pipe. I forgot where I was now. Was that the only one? Was that the only leopard to hit with pipe? Another vicious cougar. Yeah, I think that was the only one. But yeah. His biggest job was probably working as an electrical officer for P&O. He actually worked as the chief electrical officer on board one of their passenger ships. And did that for oh god. For years. He was doing that for like freaking 4 or 5 years. And I rewatched an old vid of yours and noticed your enunciation has grown better. How so? How so? I'm guessing you've gone on to you've been watching vids from like 2019, haven't you? Oh, Jacob, I still slip into that on occasion. Don't think I don't, because I do. It's strange. As a kid, I was put through a lot of elocution and speech coaching by my old man. That's just a Yorkshire accent, Jacob. Right, we need a coin. There's a turnstile coin somewhere that will get us into that. So yeah, basically, we've gone around the houses trying to have a story time with Silver here. Yeah, so basically, he would have More toilet leopards, man. Quite comfortably, put me and my sister through university. I wouldn't have had to pay for it and take out student loans. But a divorce where you end up having to remortgage the family home kind of puts a stop to that, doesn't it, as you can understand? Okay, have we gone the wrong way? That would be the West Country, Jacob. West Country accents are very interesting. A giant worm. Let's whack it. I'm whacking my worm, chat. The guy I'm thinking of was from Liverpool, couldn't understand one word. I'm whacking my worm and it's not working. But yeah. Where was I? You need fire. I need fire for my worm. I need to burn my worm. Or at a stretch we just run past it. Oh, ammo. Good. We have ammo. Positive start. Dead end. Nice. Yeah, so as I was saying, we digressed 5 miles around the houses to go down the street, which is the Silver situation. Gosh, I had to study this musical set in Liverpool. I think I've had about enough of Scousers. Oh, they're all right. I went to Liverpool for Labour Party conference 2 years ago. It was actually a very positive experience. I quite like Liverpool. That and oh my god. Oh my god. Chance. Chance. If you have any friends in Hull, let me tell you, the accent is really quite something. The whole accent is a strange alien creature. It really is compared to all the other northern accents. Right, so we need to go back into the toilets. No, I've been that way. Other way. To north. It goes through more than the Michael McIntyre pronunciation. I'm gonna look up some vids. Dude. It doesn't help. It doesn't help, Jacob, that for years now, my, frickin', you know, my ties to its true friends have meant it's been difficult to escape on occasion. And the accent really is a colourful thing. I think there is a dummy with a turnstile coin. In one of the bathrooms. We can't go up the escalators. To north indeed, though. Right. So I'm guessing it is this way. Right, we'll check the toilets. Nothing in that one. You're gonna see Predator. You're gonna see the Predator movie in the theater. Yes, I probably will be. I'm going to see Chainsaw Man soon. Oh wait, I've remembered what we have to do. We have to go through the We have to go through the hole in the wall, and then I think we have to answer the. I believe we have to answer the phone. Question mark, dude. I don't remember this game at all. We are not going to make any progress fast, I'll tell you that now. We are not. Right. Yeah, I'm going to go and see the Chainsaw Man movie probably in the next week or so. Yeah, I don't even remember where we have to go here, chat. I really have no idea, but we're going to figure it out. I've seen the original Scream in bits, but I've not seen it all the way through. Still, we have about another hour to try and figure this funky fresh hell out. So we'll see how well this goes. Okay, so we go through this way. I'm pretty certain there's a mannequin carrying a coin. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Right. So the map is there. The portal is there. Turnstile office. Ugh. I wish I had some semblance of where we are going here. So that escalator's pointless, we can't go that way. Meaning it has to be this way, because it's the only logical path forwards. Welcome back to our weekly show, Silver is Lost. I am not. lost, Mango. I am just creatively challenged in my directions, good sir. Does somebody want to help me figure out where we need to go? Huh. I think we need to find a coin for the turnstile. I think that's what we have to do. Right, we'll try both these routes and see if they lead anywhere. Right. Nothing up this way. It's a dead end. Also, nothing up this way. I'm pretty sure it's a dead end. Ah, I know what we have to do now. I think we have to go back and do something very obscure in our apartment. This is why you never let me loose in a Silent Hill game. Resident Evil is always very well rehearsed and done ahead of time. This less so. This arguably less so. Right, we'll check the office. So we have to go through the turnstile. Okay. You need caffeine. I need something as well. Something to preserve my sanity. Okay. So we're back out of here. Okay. Right. So that lets us look out the window. I think we have to look down here, question mark? Yeah, we do. It's obscure, man. We have to look at the hole in the wall and then Cynthia calls us and goes, "Where are you?" See? Perseverance pays off. This is normal behavior, chat. Bedroom people.
That damn broom. Oh. There it is.
Ah, way you can tell this is a Japanese game. By goodness, can you tell this is a Japanese game? Nobody likes it. Yep, then the phone rings. And then Cynthia goes, "Where are you, you bastard? Get back in here."
Where did you go? Hurry! Save me! If you need a token, there's one here.
Right. Then the token spawns. So we can save and go back in now. God, can you tell it's been years since I played this? See? Feel proud of me, guys. I've made progress. That is Cynthia on the phone, Jared. Okay, so drop a save. So this is definitely a silver experience. We have spent nearly an hour trying to get through the first 20 minutes of the game. But it's alright. Makes for riveting content, I'm sure. And anybody watching the VOD will not at all feel as though they've been sold short on content. Not in the slightest. Please don't feel sold short. I wish... There's the mannequin. The Lynch Street Line coin. Okay. Progress has been made. After about 26 million billion years. Right. Do you not like the mannequin? Do you not find it to be a pleasing mannequin? See, this is... I've noticed a very distinct difference between you and me here, right, dude? And hear me out. Things that are much more subtle. Things that are much more subtle and kind of obscure in their horror execution bother you. Things that are just mildly, subtly unnerving and unsettling bother you a great deal more. Whereas for me, it's things that are blatant and just in your face that bother me a lot more. I have not seen Attack of the Killer Clowns either. Are you proud of me, Mango? I did a thing. Please be proud of me. I managed to do a thing. We done played a video game. Yeah, I can't play horror games, really. I think you may... Well, I think you may like... Frickin' No, I'm Not Human. Because it's very subtle and it leaves a lot to your imagination. There's nothing scarier than the human imagination. What's that I hear? You did a thing? Good for you. Yes, a thing was done. I'm gonna leave this VOD up specifically for Ashley to scream at it. Because Ashley will go, "Oh my god, what's he doing? He's spent an hour. He's spent a whole hour doing like frickin' the first 20 minutes of the game. How has he got so many people watching him do this?" And I'm just like, "Hi, I am Silver. Have fun. Your mileage may vary." Square's the confirm button. That's really weird to me. Down we go. Yeah, this is literally the first 15 to 20 minutes of the game, and it's taken us an hour. Yay, wall ghosts. Just standing near them hurts. I think it's because I suck at video games, so when I'm playing a horror, I feel extra screwed, so it unnerves me more than average. I am not happy with this. Like, there is no realm in which I'm happy playing things with friggin' ghosts! Oh, get off! Get off! Get your hand out of my chest cavity, you bald prick! Ah! It's not working. Get away! I'm taking damage just standing near him. I am taking damage just standing near him. Yeah. They just reach in. They just reach into my. I didn't like that. Yeah, Mango. They just they just reach into my chest cavity and touch my no place. Apparently, my no place is in my chest cavity. Yeah, dude, I took a quarter of health. I took like a quarter of the damage to my health.
Hurry, help me!
I'll let you out in a minute, Cynthia. I'm just checking the platform while there are no ghosts around. Oh, no. Nope. I said the thing. I can't get around. No ghosts, you say? Space ghosts are different ghosts. Go away! I don't care for this behavior. Stop floating around like I don't like them, the floaty little shits. Thank you, Leo. I'm sure they feel adequately threatened now. I know I feel adequately threatened. Shut tight. Hey, in true Resident Evil fashion, it's locked from the other side. You are like a lot politer than I am with swears. I temper it quite a bit for YouTube. I do. Because my pennies depend on it. I think we're gonna save the gun ammo for now. Is it only the end train car we can get through? I've seen Sleepy Hollow, yeah. Can I not get out? Push it. It looks like the car door's open. Okay. Right. Locked doors and keys are great. Come on, Cynthia. Milton, the type of guy to see a guy under 25 in a puffer jacket and say, "Good heavens." Damn right. Good heavens, what an unattractive puffer jacket that is. Right. Oh, this is going to be very, very awkward. They're coming this way. I have no idea where I'm going. You're scared of the youth, don't lie. No, I mean, to be fair, I see it. I've got to be honest. I see the average frickin', and I'm going to put in the additional clause of no disrespect to Mango here. Because even though I've only, like, spoken to Mango on YouTube, Mango comes across as one of the most mature teenagers I have actually seen and or held a freaking conversation with in about 5 to 6 years. Yeah, I look at the average 17-year-old in my neck of the woods these days. I see them, like, in packs, traveling around the local shopping center, or at the local frickin' Mackey's or BK, and I'm just like, dear God, this country is doomed. Like, I look at the average 17-year-old these days, and I'm like, oh my God, what has happened to our schooling system? This is why I never became a teacher, even though my entire family said I should have done that. What's up, Leo? You know the trope I hate? When you get to a locked door and you have to find a key, even though there's a really great hole in the wall next to it. Why not use it? Ah, God. Okay. So do we have to take Cynthia back or forwards? Right, nothing there. Nothing there. Depends on which circles of the internet we hang around in, I guess. True. True, no truer words have been spoken than that. I don't want to antagonize the floaty buggers. Yeah, see? Floaty buggers. Much floaty, all bugger. Stop! Don't antagonize me with your I know you're having a rough night. Leave me alone, leave me out of it. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm a good Silver, your host. Stop being like, They make the same sound I do on the shitter after a curry. Right. There's a toy box here. It has 1000 something written on it. They're trying to contact you about your car's warranty. That makes it even worse! I'm disabled, I can't drive! Now it just sounds like they're coming at me for no reason. Is this a hate crime, Ghosts? Be it a hate crime against me? Is it because I'm disabled? Oh dear. I'm disabled. Leg disabled. Or they want to say you a Book of Mormon. I mean, hey, at least a Book of Mormon would make an interesting bloody read. Dude, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. She just floated through the floor. She just came up through the floor. That is like totally unacceptable behavior. Floating up through the floor. Like, hi. I'm like, no. Dude. This is banned. It's not allowed. We don't come up through floors. That's the thing about ghosts. They're prone to doing ghosty things. I may have noticed. Are we almost at the end of the carriage? It looks like we may be almost at the end of the carriage. Good, we're in the right place. Have you ever seen the Ghost sitcom with the guys from Horrible Histories? Is that the one about the, Is it the one where that couple buy that old English house? And one of the ghosts knocks her out the window, and then she can see them all. Also, Horrible Histories is the goat, by the way. I have seen it. I don't remember its name, but it has like a caveman ghost, and like a freaking politician ghost. And yeah, I've seen it. I don't remember its name, but it was very good. I watched the whole first season on iPlay with my dad during the pandemic. It was a very good watch. I enjoyed it greatly. It's called Ghosts. Yeah, I've seen it. Wow, that was very simple. Yeah, I've seen it. I've not watched the second season, but I enjoyed the first. Stop floating after us, you big floaty cow. There's 2 of them! There's 3 of them! Aren't there like 5 or 6 seasons now? Dude, I have no idea. Hurry up, Cynthia. We're in mortal danger. You've started the Godfather game. Are you ever going to finish it? When Johnny's free.
Cynthia.
This all revolves around Johnny's schedule. It's on BBC iPlayer if you're curious. Yeah, I've got iPlayer on the PS5. I'll have to boot that bad boy up. Right, I'm gonna climb into holes without protection. This game is eventful. Climb into holes. Because nothing ever bad ever came out of crawling around in holes. Nothing bad ever came of such things. Right, we'll keep going for a bit anyway. We'll keep going for a bit. Oh, look, we have a closet. I said, I'm sorry, Mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry, but tonight I'm cleaning out my closet. One more time. I said, I'm sorry, Mama. Love that song. Oh, dude, it's one of Eminem's finest. And it's very poignant as well. I feel I can relate to it to a degree. Bad idea, Silver. Ashley did that in his playthrough. Nothing good ever happened when he did. Eminem's like, yeah, but Em sucked that. You've not seen the music video. How are we, Samuel? We're not making much progress, but by God are we giving it a diligent effort. That frickin' plushie creeps me out. Look at it. Sitting there, head down, all plushy-like. Yes, you're giving this game a good seeing to, and it's all. Leo, God damn it, I don't need encouragement. I don't need encouragement. But by God, you just gave me encouragement. Do so at your own risk. Right, I need to sip my water. Yeah. Is Silent Hill F good? I've heard a lot of people say it's pretty good, chat. Like I've heard some pretty positive things about it. Personally, I liked it. Eh. I mean, I'm just giving this a try now, just cause. Are there many parts where Silver would get lost? You just said it's downright confused, or you said it's confusing and downright gruesome in parts. Lots of unsavory monsters in it. Very nice. Right, let's go. Okay. More ghosts. Should I go up the ladder? Excellent. Leo Monfrey admits to being simple-minded, Silver. I'm just not bright enough to solve puzzles like that. 4 is a lot lighter on puzzles in terms of Silent Hill. Excellent. Sounded like Mr. Burns there. I aim to... Even Leo said the same thing. You both said the same thing simultaneously. This is fine. I'm okay with this. Keep running. Okay, the toilet leopards aren't very strong.
Henry, I found the exit. Come to the turnstile. Henry, I found the exit. Come to the turnstile. Hurry! Hurry!
Oh, okay.
It's him! He's coming!
Damn turd tigers. Okay, I think turd tigers might be my favorite thing. You should watch my episode of Silver Tries for this. This game got a Silver Tries episode like 3 years ago. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. Okay, this handgun is actually alright. There's more of them. He's getting my pipe. Fear my big pipe. I started watching you just after you played RoboCop. Oh, we still need to do the DLC for that. I know what. Down you go. Yeah, so I know we finished that game like what? That will have been what, 2 years ago now. But we do need to do the DLC. The DLC came out early this year. Unfinished business. So who wants some RoboCop themed first person shooter action? I still need to finish Terminator Resistance. How many unsuccessfully finished playthroughs of Terminator Resistance have there been on this channel? There's gotta be like 3 now. We need to go through both. We need to do Terminator Resistance again, which I think a lot of you will enjoy. Terminator Resistance is such a good game for what it is. Is that a golf club? Dude, golf club. Powerful weapon and easy to use. It looks like it could break easily. Swing, bada, bada, swing. Yeah, Terminator was good. Especially the DLC where your character helps Kyle Reese. That was really good. We got any Terminator fans in chat? I like the first two films. Then Mango, you will love Terminator Resistance. It should basically I'm gonna give this game some very, very high praise, right? Right? There should only be 3 pieces of canon material for frickin' Terminator. And that should be Terminator 1, Terminator 2, and Terminator Resistance by frickin' Teon Studios. Because it is a love letter to Terminator 1 and 2, and it ties in to those 2 games actually almost perfectly. It just does what it does so damn well. Like, so damn well. I cannot sing the game's praise enough. I really can't. Now, we stopped after the Annihilation Line DLC. We didn't finish it. Basically, it also ties your main character that you play as in that game almost perfectly to the Terminator canon as well for 1 and 2. It's so well made. Like, I can only sing it praises. Right, we're gonna have to deal with some wall, guys. Ow! You prick. In the interest of saving ammo, that'll do. Fleshy wall dudes. What a pain! What a pain! Oh, this is getting upsetting. Fear my big pipe. Oh dear. There doesn't need to be another Terminator movie. Dark Fate was a mess. Dark Fate was a mess. Genesis was at least tolerable. But Dark Fate was a mess. I must confess I've been texting and gaming. Dude, I do not take offense to that. As I've said to Marcus before, being your background sound while you're doing other things is the highest honor. I do genuinely just appreciate being background sound. Like, dude, by being here, you are still giving me watch time and or freaking AdSense. As well as your fine conversation and company when you are interacting, so I've got no complaints. It's all good as far as I'm concerned. Splinter Cell 1 has aged a lot. I'm still going to play that for the channel next year. Mark it down on the calendar. A woman's makeup is scattered on the ground. It must be Cynthia's. Right. Temptation placard. Placard from the subway world. It shows... Not a great idea, in my opinion. What, playing Splinter Cell 1? Is that a you don't want me to play it, or you don't want me to subject myself to it in front of a live audience? She's having a bit of a rough night, chat. Okay, 16121. Oh, sorry. See, I'm forgetting it already. 16141. Right.
Cynthia? Man, what's that noise out there?
I must admit I've enjoyed what I've played of this so far. Please put the real number in chat, guys. I have the memory retention of something very bad, and I want to make sure we get this right. Okay. Well, there's 16121. Yeah. 1 6. Yep, thank you, Leo. 2 1. It doesn't seem to want to dial. We need 7 digits. Right. Our inventory's getting a bit frickin' full. Okay. We'll put some stuff away. We're gonna need to stockpile some stuff for later.
Hurry up and get that ambulance.
Quit yapping and move her already. Damn, she's got numbers carved into her chest. I wonder if...
Okay. Right. Let's check the bedroom window. What one do you need? I actually don't get the significance of what dialing them actually does yet. So I guess we'll see as we go along, won't we, what it actually signifies. Let's check out the window. Or in true northern fashion, check out window. So she's dead in the real world. She's dead in the real world. Okay. Right. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Ah, dear. Right. Okay. Now then. Let's see what's under the door. Who could have done this? There's a scrap of red paper stuck in there. Although the cult itself is gone, I'm sure the spirit of it is still alive. There are too many strange things happening in that town. I'm investigating 2 people, or maybe I should say just 1. I've just about discovered what's going on. April 8th. Okay. Anything in the wall we can look at? Can we have a wall peek? Hello, Eileen. Yeah, right, love. Okay, so she's just casually sitting on the end of the bed. Nothing amazing to report there. Okay. Right. We are saved. Let's put... There's a message carved in here. It looks like they used an ice pick or something. The faint hope I had is slowly changing to despair. I've somehow managed to tunnel this far. No matter what I do, I can't get any further. The hallway, the windows, the walls. It feels like this room is stuck in another dimension. Eileen never noticed. Okay, so let's stockpile some gear. Put that away. Put the temptation plates away. Put the 9-iron away, I guess. Okay. That'll do. So we've got some bullets and some health stockpiled. We'll see about going back in now and have a look at where that leads us. We have been streaming for 1 hour and 56. You can go back in for another 10 minutes, I guess. See what's going on. Depends. How many of you fancy another kind of half an hour? We could go for half an hour and see where it leads us. The hole is getting bigger. We're going to climb into the bigger hole without protection. Me, please. I'm down. Jacob and Leo say yes. I'm just chilling, watching you while I decide on breakfast. Sounds like a good enough morning. You mad koala, you. I feel like that would be your Metal Gear code name, Mad Koala. Where are we? Where are we now? Mad Koala sounds like an Australian death metal band name. Dude, I can't say anything. The best name I could come up for a fictional metalcore band was Third Betrayal. Which arguably, I don't know if that sounds metalcore enough. More like Wailing Wallaby. That sounds like a Metal Gear code name. You're gonna have to remind me as well, since it's gotta be more than 20 years since I played Splinter Cell, the original. What makes it so hard? Right. What's the really... It's just old. You mean, clunky. Then again, I do actually hear. I hear that playing old freaking, you know, PS2 era video games is actually becoming quite the popular trend for younger gamers like yourself, Mango. Like, I have heard a lot of younger gamers in like their teens and early 20s now are actually playing a lot more PS2 games and going back. Bugs, okay. Because kids grow up and have YouTube channels now. That's why there's so much nostalgia for the 2000s right now. It's amazing, right? People your age are looking back at the freaking, you know, the PS2 and PS3 era titles and going, you know what? Wow, these older games are really good. And yet the ironic thing is, I can literally freaking remember some of these games like the back of my hand, despite my crap freaking memory. And these are games I was playing 20 years ago, and it feels like 2 minutes ago in some regards. It was amazing. Yeah, what are they? I have not seen otherworldly creatures. Might as well make this a full playthrough. I mean, to be fair, it's mostly blind. I don't really know anything I have to do beyond the subway world. And the engine's still running. The driver's seat door is open. What games were you playing 20 years ago then that you know like the back of your hand? Frickin' Tekken 5, Oni, the Time Splitters series, frickin' Metal Gear Solid 3, Resident Evil 4, frickin' the old PS2 Medal of Honor game as well. Taking a nap did not help me. Digimon World as well. Like, dude, I've got that down to a pseudoscience. It's kind of scary.
So you came to investigate this stone too. There was another guy here before, a real nosy guy. But I was the one who found the stone first. In the old days, the natives called it Nakihona. They used it in a ceremony for talking with their dead ancestors. And now those guys are using it too. Call it the Mother Stone. They're just up ahead in that weird building, operating some kind of crazy religious cult. They used to collect orphans and did things to them. Kind of gives you the chills, huh? This stone.
You know, considering this guy is voice acting a stutter, he's doing it really well. I've got to give him that. I do actually have to give him that. But no, it does make me happy looking at younger people coming back to the games of the PS2 and PS3 era and looking at them with a real fondness. And I have also heard, I don't know if this is true, right, that a lot of younger gamers in sort of like their teens and early 20s now are looking back at games from those days and just enjoying the simplicity of them. You get a full, rich, feature-complete game from start to finish that you can enjoy, oftentimes with a really solid story or fun game mechanics, and there's no expansions, DLC, season passes, or microtransactions. You just get good, solid game from start to finish. Silver, I remember you playing Time Splitters on your channel. Yeah, dude, it was one of the first games I ever played back in 2019 when the channel started. God, I can't believe we've been doing things on this channel since 2019. Toilet leopards. Toilet leopards. Piss kitties. Dunny dogs also works. I love how like rural Aussies call it the dunny as well. This also works. I wonder if that cartoon Round the Twist was actually made for an English audience. Like frickin' Home and Away. You know about Round the Twist? Bloody hell, it aired on the BBC in the early 2000s. Of course I know about Round the Twist. That show is goated. Dude, it's great. When strange things happen, you're going round the twist. Dude, it was on the BBC in the early 2000s. It was part of my childhood. Yes, I remember it. I only remember a few episodes. You leave the British Broadcasting Corporation / company alone. Yes, it is a BBC. I had no idea how much Oz TV aired in the UK. And I bet this is a bit where you tell me a lot of UK TV airs in Oz. I mean, dude, right? Case in point. What you didn't know until we read up on it the other day. The fact that everybody's like Home and Away. But yet Home and Away was basically funded by the BBC, paid for by the BBC, and produced in Australia for an English audience over here. It was made for a domestic, like, freaking audience, and then freaking aired into, you know, but recorded internationally. Yeah, that's true. Is Woolies still a thing in Australia? Because Woolies went bust, man. Dude, Mango, you're too knowledgeable about things from 20 years ago. There's no way you're like 17 or something. It's a grocery chain. Dude, it was a department store in the UK. This is the bit where Mango is secretly 37. I'm convinced. Mango is secretly 37. I'm too young to remember Woolworths. I just hear stuff online. Ah, fair play, dude. Fair play. That's one advantage that you have over, like, us older peeps, Mango. You were born with the internet at your fingertips. It creates a naturally inquisitive generation. Where for a lot of us, the internet was basically still in its infancy. In the, like, freaking early 2000s. Not a lot of people had freaking home internet in the early 2000s. Yes, it existed, but it was in its very earliest stages. These toilet leopards are very, very, like, placid. They're not really doing anything. Silent Hill Smile Support Society, Wish House. That's the orphanage run by the cult, huh? Yeah, I somehow don't think Jay is Mango. Like, Mango, like, Jay would not know about Woolworths. That's too distinctly British. Right. It was that British food channel, Big Nibbles. I think he made a short about wool with some people in the comments, like it's still around in Australia. Fair play. They have them in the USA as Safeway. Safeway still exists? Dude, Safeway was around before I was born in the bloody 80s. Get off me, you toilet drinking piss kitty! My God, there's an army of them. A bloody army of them. I was not born in the 80s, I was born in the 90s. I said I said Safeway was around before I was born in the 80s. Right. Cool. Now we can get through. Kind of. There's been more enemies on these first two screens than there was in the whole of the subway. Nice to have a good handful of you still in anyway, I appreciate it. Check and see if there's any miscellaneous items scattered around. Healing items seem to be very sparse in here. Milton's just been out here beating brain fluid out of hundreds of dogs so far, just going to town on several puppers every 10 minutes. We're making up for the fact that the first half of the stream was just basically story time with Silver. We talked more about my dad in the first half of the stream than we did actually play the game. Shut up! I'm giving meta commentary to my community. An arm is coming up from the ground. Oh man, thank God, it's just a tree root. We hit it? It does look like a hand. Cheeky finger. Everybody likes a cheeky finger. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Do you like a cheeky finger? Do you like a stinky pinky? I can't believe they still have Safeway in America. I'm sure Safeway became bloody Quick Save in the UK. Hang on. We're going on a history tour. Let me grab the phone. I'm just getting Burger King. Nothing good is open right now. Get a bacon double cheese, you barbarian. Impress me. The ones I'm more familiar with are they're hella expensive now. Not worth it. I just get the ice cream. Yeah, the ones I'm familiar with are Food City. Frickin' oh, what's the other one called? The really upmarket one that's expensive. They have people freaking packing your bags. Ingles, Food City, obviously Wally World. Everybody bloody knows Wally World. Target and Kmart. Those are the ones I've kind of been exposed to in my time in Tennessee. Hang on. We're doing a Google search. Yeah, the quick save supermarket chain collapsed in the UK in the mid 2000s, and the brand was eventually relaunched in 2012 as Costco in 2012 by Cost Cutter as a budget facier for the convenience stores. The original no frills supermarkets went out of business. Then their assets were sold off in stages until the brand was resurrected in a smaller, different capacity. The quick save in my town went away in the early 2000s. Probably would have been about maybe, I want to say about 2001, 2002. And I think it became Summerfield? What happened to Summerfield? Because anybody who's seen Hot Fuzz, Summerfield is in Hot Fuzz. Summerfield ceased to exist after the cooperative group bought the company in 2009. The co-op then rebranded all remaining Summerfield stores under its own name in a process that finished in the summer of 2011. Some stores were sold to other retailers over the years, such as Morrison's and the Food Retailer Group, which rebranded them as Budgeons. This makes sense because the Summerfield in my town did actually become a freaking co-op, and co-op's sodding expensive. All co-op exists for, right? As a Brit, I have to say, all co-op exists for is basically robbing pensioners of their freaking, their fixed incomes for overpriced groceries. Like my local co-op is so expensive. It is so expensive. It's unbelievable. Hang on. The at handling chat is ugly. Okay. Tree. I can't read this writing. Okay, so we've infiltrated the forest world successfully. Let's climb back into the hole. Kmart is out of business in America. Oh, I know. I know that. I bought a freaking stainless steel diamante ring for myself in the Kmart in Suki's town years ago when they were having like really hefty jewelry sales. Like the ring was about 80% off. It had been reduced from like freaking $400. Yeah. Yeah, it probably had I think it was about 70% off actually. It went down from like $400 to like freaking 80. I enjoyed that. Suki, I don't know if you're in chat, but have you still got the bracelet I bought you from Kmart? If she's still in chat. The doorbell's ringing? Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. Suki, years ago, that jewelry I brought you from Kmart, I believe it was a bracelet. Have you still got it?
Help me! Help! Let me out of here!
There's something going on in this room.
What do you mean?
I heard weird noises coming from inside there.
Help!
Hey, Richard, can you
Oh, it was
see anything through your
earrings.
window?
No.
I know I bought you something. I
Everything
bought you a
looks pretty
bracelet
normal
from
to me.
somewhere, right?
The guy who lives here. What's he like anyway?
I know his name and face, but that's about it.
Well, I'm gonna go call the super.
Yeah, good idea.
Damn it. They can't hear me.
No, your cousin got me the Halloween charm bracelet. Okay. I'm sorry that the earring got broke, though. I suppose that's why you take such good care of the promise ring. Right. Let's get saved. Forest World. Nice. It's been an alright start tonight. It has been an alright start. We've done more than I thought we would, which is pretty good, all things considered. I must say it's been a good night. We've had more of you in than I anticipated for this. Hang on. Let me just check my stream stuff. What would you do for a... It might not fit anymore. God damn it, Suki. God damn it. How dare you make choices for the... How dare you make choices for the good of your own well-being and actually lose weight and get healthier? How dare you make such choices? Oh dear. Sorry the mic peaked a bit there, chat. It did. How very dare you lose weight and get healthier for your own good? Alright. Yeah, should we go for... Goddamn good doer, you. Exactly. She a goddamn good doer. Looking after herself and trying to be healthier and happier for her own well-being. Losing all that weight so the promise ring I bought her might not fit properly anymore. Just means I'll have to buy you a new one at the earliest opportunity, I guess. Indeedy. Right. Okay, we're gonna go for a couple more minutes. We're gonna go for a couple more minutes and just see where we end up. Probably nowhere, but hey-ho. That's just an analogy for life. Where did you end up? Nowhere. Okay. Oh, chat. Look, golf club. Quickly. Hoard the golf clubs. Yeah. Let's go hoard those items. We're going to go and hoard them, I think. We don't want to lose them. We do not want to lose our precious golf clubs. Despite this kind of being story time with Silver the live stream, have you guys enjoyed yourselves tonight? I do hope you have enjoyed yourselves. Call JG Wentworth 877 cash now. What? I'm confused. 877 cash now. I like story times with Milton. You'd be surprised how many people. The Nile is a river in Egypt. Thank you. You would be surprised how many people over the years have actually said to me that we like story time with Silver. We just like hearing you sit down and just chat with us about your everyday stuff that's going on, or life, or your freaking, you know, just your everyday stuff. There have been a good 4 or 5 people that have said that over the years. Yeah, humans are social creatures after all. Yeah. No, I remember that jingle from your local lawyer's office. That freaking jingle from your local lawyer's office. I won't recite it in chat though, because then people will literally. There's a good chance people will be able to identify the exact town you live in. So I'm not going to fucking recite that jingle in the chat. But I remember the one from your local freaking lawyer's office about social security benefits. JG Wentworth was just as bad as that one. But yeah, that local lawyer's office in your town. Just, dude, yeah. That is an earworm. Like, I have crap memory and that thing's been stuck in my head for a decade. Like, that guy's office should be proud. They created such an earworm that a Brit from several thousand miles across the Atlantic Ocean has probably got their freaking TV jingle committed more to memory than half the freaking people in your town. Okay. So we need to go up here. Wish house is there, so we need to get in there. I feel like we've cleared the whole place out. That and I'm inexplicably hungry. But I don't want to go eating chocolate at 11 o'clock at night. Can we get inside here? Now there's a hole in the wall there. It's locked, apparently. This game is just full of toilet leopards and despair. How come you guys don't have frozen meat pies to chuck in the microwave or oven? It's so odd that's not a common staple for you guys. Oh, we do. We have we don't have frozen. We have chilled ones that can go in the oven. We've got Fray Bentos. Although Fray Bentos are a freaking disappointment. They used to do such good chicken pies, Fray Bentos. And then freaking... Right, dude, hear me out. And it's the same all over the world. Shrinkflation, am I right? Since the pandemic, they've shrank the portions and quality of everything. And piled the price through the ceiling. It's disappointing. Fray Bentos pies are just... Yeah. They've got like half the meat in them now that they used to. They're all just pastry. And they don't taste anywhere near as good as they used to. Was that preached to the pandemic messed up food? Or was that preached to Fray Bentos has good pies? We have chilled ones that are better than frozen, but the frozen ones are a huge staple over here. Fray Bentos is sickening. Oh, dude, they used to be good. They used to be good, and now they have almost no filling in them. A few months ago, me and my old man sat down for dinner together, and we had frickin' Fray Bentos pie. And we were just so disappointed. You're sitting on your couch watching TV and your life is passing by. You keep procrastinating over and over. Well, maybe I'll go to school next year, next semester. No, do it right now. What's that from? Mango says I think we should go all go back to 1789. Why 1789 specifically? I need context. Some kind of long-handled tools here. Right, they're all dead, whatever the hell they are. It's a nice square number, around the time of the Enlightenment, too. I mean, fair. If that pleases you, then so be it. Me, personally, I just want to go back to 2012. Or 2010, even. The world seemed far more sane. Everything was laid back, we were a lot more chill. We could have a laugh and a joke in Western society. We could enjoy ourselves. Things weren't as expensive, interest rates were low. And, the world wasn't absolutely freaking, you know, stuffed to bursting with divisive politics and culture war BS. Like the culture war is getting tiring. That stuff needs to stop. Well, besides the little recession in 2008. Yeah, don't remind me. Mildly depressing. Portable medical kit. The recession was mildly depressing. Your body is missing. Was it some kind of goddess or something? Is that lake in Silent Hill? Toluca Lake? I haven't seen that place in a while. I took a trip there a few years back. There was a photo of the lake in my room. In 2012, Milton was 21. You keep getting it and you're not getting it right. At least the recession wasn't your hairline, dude. You should be thankful for that one. Amen to that. Right, so this has led us nowhere. We've opened up the entire area and killed all the enemies. But there's no way into that wish house. Is it true that everyone thought the world was going to end in 2012? Yeah, dude, Mayan calendar. Mayan calendar. Hey, Suki. Remember, when we got together and we spent that day debating on if the world was going to end? You probably don't. I do. We were like, well, I guess we'll see the world. She actually does, yeah. She actually does. No, she does. That's great. I thought you'd have forgotten after all these years. Oh, yes, hon. Excellent. Actually excellent. Darn Mayans, why didn't they make calendars for 3,000 years in the future? I know, right? That's caused us so many problems. Darn Mayans and their calendars that don't go 3,000 years in the future to consider global extinction events. This is a very problematic thing for Western society. Didn't it... Oh, God. I'm sure we sat there debating the end of the world and then a pizza ad came on TV. Must be some kind of kid's toy. So we have no way in. We've taken out all the enemies and picked up all the gear. But we have no way into the wish house. Weird writing. Yeah, so we don't have a key. We need to find a key. Right, we'll double back for a minute then, I guess. We're Biden. Okay, dude. Just an army of dead toilet leopards. Jerry Springer Gaming Network. We'll retreat. It's too dark to see. We're retracing our steps. And then if nothing comes of us retracing it... Do you mind, game? That actually scared. If nothing comes of us retracing our steps, we'll go back to the nearest save point and call it. Silver receding hairline network. I thankfully don't have to worry about that one.
That building, did you see it? A long time ago, I was curious, so I took a look inside. I was so scared, I came right out. People say that town you hear, crazy stuff happens there too. They say those guys have something to do with that too.
Okay, right.
That place is real scary too.
Oh, I found healing. We didn't find the key we needed, but we found healing. Right, we're tracing our steps. Can't say we didn't try. You're 102% European, so with a 2% margin. Oh, dude, I know I am. I'm French. I'm French and Danish on my dad's side, for God's sake. My family hails from Normandy in France originally. When you have a boatload of French in you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We can trace our family bloodline back 1,000 years and it's originally French. The taxi from GTA 3's in chat. Love it. Hey, moron, learn to drive. Okay. I'm English, up to my great-grandparents on my mother's side. Then Australian on my father's, 50-50. I mean, considering that the bulk of, you know, white Australians came from Britain anyway, it makes sense. Like, it genuinely makes sense. Aren't most Australians British? Yeah. The only Australians that aren't British are Aboriginals. Because all of the white frickin' settlers were sent over to the island when we moved to colonize Australia as a British Empire. Hence, the majority of white Australians, if not nearly all of them exclusively, apart from those who've had relationships with Aboriginals, are frickin' British, yeah, or have British ancestry. Right, we've gone all the way back to the start of the frickin' level. There's nothing to pick up at this side. Where there? No, like, I can literally go live in England. It's not just in my blood, I'm half English. Oh, you actually have an English parent? Yeah, you can. Do you actually have a proper English parent with English citizenship? Because, yeah, in that case, you can literally apply for English citizenship. I say that because that's what my cousin did to come live here. She's British Filipino. And, she's English on her dad's side. Yeah, right with my great-grandparents on my mother's side. Yeah, if you have an English parent, and that English parent has that British parent has British citizenship, then you are legally within your rights able to seek to frickin', you know, claim British citizenship. Like I said, my cousin did. And like I said, British Filipino. Mother was Filipino. Dad is British. Right. Yeah, this is not happening. We're just gonna we're gonna go climb into the hole in the wall and save. Need to get my dual passport cracking. You do. It's a lengthy process though. Took my cousin about 2 years. Because she had to provide loads of evidence to establish proof of parentage. Birth certificates, proof of your parents' marriage and relationship. It takes a while, but you can get it sorted out. And I imagine the process of doing so, you know, is going to be a lot faster for an Australian than it is a Filipino. Yeah, we've just spent like the last frickin' God knows how long of this part of the game going around whacking everything with a big pipe and hoarding items. Yeah, I don't know what to do. We're gonna have to look it up. Right. How long have we been going? Nice. Okay. Yeah, we've been going long enough. We'll wind it down now. Yeah, we might play some more of this tomorrow. Either this or we're gonna play No, I'm Not Human. I can't say it hasn't been a good session, because it has. It's been a very good session. Her walkthrough? Oh, the shame. photo of Silent Hill church. Just a quick snapshot, but I stare at it. I feel like I'm being sucked in. Makes me feel so strange. Thank you, Silver. I always feel better after being in one of your streams. Not a problem. Not a problem. You see, slight rant. This is why I do not get people who have so much freaking prejudice, right? Against immigrants. Most Western societies are a freaking nation of immigrants. Even in you know, really culturally or freaking culturally diverse people at the very least. Just I mean, my entire family circle and close friends, right? Freaking, you know, cousin is half Filipino. 2 of our close family friends are Jewish, that kind of thing. Freaking half black partner. Loads of my friends come from diverse backgrounds. It's just, we need to just learn to love and be more tolerant of one another, don't we? Sylvie, I want to get a pizza. You want to get a pizza, love? Well, get a pizza then. You've earned it. Chat. Right. I'm going to let chat decide your fate. Hang on. I'm going to let chat decide your fate. Hang on. Should Suki get a... I love the way she calls it a pizza. Should Suki get a pizza? It's right. We have a poll. Chat, decide. Does Suki get pizza? Excellent. I'd say this is going to be pretty unanimous. Yeah, this is going to be pretty unanimous. Yeah. It seems like that's the way it's gonna be. Yep, get yourself a pizza, hon. You get yourself a pizza. And I'm gonna take my ass to bed in a minute. 'Cause it is late. You've earned it. You've had a busy last week. You've had a lot going on. So yeah. What are you getting? Pepperoni, mushroom, sausage dipped in ranch? Pifa is such a cute way of saying it, I couldn't resist. Oh, my lass is precious. She is a precious lass. She makes everything adorable. It's why I love her so much. Jay says a calzone. Gotta be honest, I'm more of a garlic bread with cheese guy myself. I am a garlic bread with cheese guy. You're getting a pizza shaped like a jack-o'-lantern. Very nice. Very nice. Anyway. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty unanimous that Suki gets pizza. So, you've got one of several options tomorrow. You have Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix. You have more of this. You have more of Faith. Or you have No, I'm Not Human. There are many things I could play tomorrow. So, yeah. Keep in mind that the back end of the week is going to be pivoting away from horror for a couple of days so I can play Dispatch, the superhero game. But other than that, we should be okay. So it could be anything tomorrow. And then I'll be taking a couple of days off on Wednesday and Thursday, and I'll be back on Friday and Saturday. Because Wednesday is pub quiz. Thursday is voluntary job. So yeah. Our stream days this week are going to be Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Playboy Mansion. You want Playboy Mansion? Good lord. Good lord, chat. Anyway, it's getting late. It is getting late. So, yeah. Does anybody have any preference out of the horror games I have listed there? Or horror adjacent games? What you'd like to see? Because I would like to play some more Fear Effect 2. I would actually like to play some more Fear Effect 2. I enjoyed the Fear Effect kick that I was on. Corpse Party. I should probably try and make progress with things we've actually started. But we can play Corpse Party if you want. We can give that a Silver Tries episode at some point, so that can come up whenever. We can play Corpse Party though, we can. We absolutely can, and I know Leo wants it as well. So we can and we should in this here neighborhood. And I'm going to try and get another GTA short out tomorrow as well if I have some time. Because I've got some emails to send and some freaking paperwork to finalize and a meeting to set up tomorrow. But I should only have a couple of hours of work adjacent stuff to do. So I should be free in the afternoon to, you know, actually freaking do another GTA short. Provided I actually get everything finished at 4 o'clock like I initially planned. Instead of how it happened today, where I planned to get everything done by 4, and it dragged on till 5:30, and then I had to rush for dinner. No, please just finish something first. Ah, yes. Mango, I sensed that Mango enjoyed it when he actually saw me finishing things back when we were playing GTA. And since then, it's just been like, play this, play this, play this, play this. Oh, you want me to finish them? You actually want me to finish the game I have played? Anyway. I hate being called Milton. Let me be Kevin again, please. Good lord. Anyway, we'll call it here because it's getting late and I'm going to go to bed. But I'll see you all for a stream of some description tomorrow night. Probably the same time, between 8 and 8:30 UK time will be our start. So, to all of you who have stopped in tonight, my name is Silver and I am your host. Please feel welcome to leave a like and sub if you've enjoyed what we do here. You can become part of our little community. You can follow us on Twitter or X at Silver Gaming Network, or by following the handle SilverGaming01. Same for Blue Sky. You better play this again. It's gonna get a second part. It's gonna get a second part. But yeah, you can also follow us on Blue Sky at Silver Gaming Network, so you're always kept up to date whenever we do anything. And you can head over to Silver Gaming Network on Patreon to support us over there. Become a Silver Patron. Good night, Mango. Or you can hit the big red join button on the channel and become a channel member for as little as 99 pence. And every channel member and Silver Patron gets an exclusive shout out at the end of every live stream and pre-recorded Let's Play part. And access to exclusive supporter playthroughs on the channel. And you can find the links to Patreon in the video description and the channel's about section. Play this next time, what? We'll see. You're gonna get something tomorrow. Something along the lines of this. A special thank you to our channel members and Silver Patrons at the time of this live stream. Mr. Jonathan, Reese Free, Jay, Kota Okami, Jacob the Dabbler, Julio, The Relinquished, Marcus, Space Ghost, Benja Martinez, my lovely lady Suki, and Leowin. It is very much appreciated. Nice streaming. Have a good night, everybody. Yep. Yeah, do smash that like button on the way out, please and thank you. Peace, my guy. And to the rest of you who have stopped in, you've all been super awesome. Thank you very much for stopping in. And I will, of course, see you in the next one. So, guys, I have been Silver, your host. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or night. And I will see you again very soon. Take care, guys.